Hello and welcome to Domina Della Pies YouTube channel. Thank you for being here. Please like and subscribe. Today, alas, it's unfortunately about, I don't know what to call them. They call them celebrities. I try not to follow this stuff, but we're inundated with these posts, and today and yesterday and the day before figured prominently Wendy Williams and Method Man. The reason I'm actually doing this recording is how so many black people have so many mean, nasty, mean-spirited comments about Wendy. People are attacking Wendy for doing her job. Wendy is known, what do you expect from Wendy Williams? She is true to herself. That's what she does. She exposes things. And in this case, she's not talking about anybody but herself and an experience she had in the past. Now, most of the comments are like one guy, I don't remember his name, but he's a DJ or something, and I was just watching him in a video. I was so appalled that I actually left it on pause and went to take care of my grocery delivery, which arrived earlier than anticipated. And if you get them early, you gotta snatch them. You don't want them to leave with your groceries and have to come back. So even if he was 15 minutes early, I was there ready for him. And so now I put away all my groceries and I'm back because it's once again black women being talked about in the worst ways possible by other black people. The same people who talk about race and racism and racists. They are doing the things that are being said about Wendy Williams. That's mainly about her appearance, like stuff like gross, ew, and even Erykah Badu had a reaction like gross. Like, how old is Erykah to be saying that? I think I say gross in reaction to certain things that gross me out. But why is Erykah Badu grossed out about Wendy Williams having had a session with Method Man how many years ago? And one of the things that I recall is her mentioning that she had him in her jacuzzi, gave him a bath. Now that sounds like a good thing because y'all are just sucking dick in the club and you're still sweaty and dirty. But the guy, he tried to make that into a bad thing. The DJ somebody or whomever was reacting to this news, he was so appalled. He was like, ew, they're in the jacuzzi? That's disgusting. It's like 2 pieces of meat in a bowl of soup. I'm like, that's what people are in hot tubs. People are like 4 people in a hot tub, So what are you talking about? Me, if I do a jacuzzi or even take a bath, before I step into the bath or the jacuzzi, I wash. Rinse all your armpits, rinse your cooch, rinse your body hole. You clean yourself off first, right? You shower and then you soak, right? Usually I'm in the bathtub and I'm Facebooking. And then afterwards, you rinse off. That's when I have conditioner in my hair. You rinse off the conditioner. There's a method to bathing, jacuzziing. And even if they didn't, like I do, wash themselves first, who cares? You weren't there. It wasn't a jacuzzi for you. Like, why are these black males who are over the age of 30, 35, some of them in their 40s and 50s, talking about a black woman in those ways? So when they talk, right, the words they use and the attitude and tone, it just reminds me of years ago when I used to spy on the pages of white supremacists, white nationalists, racists, Klansmen, Nazi pages. I was all up in their business. And that's how they spoke about black women. The things that the black people, especially the black males, are saying about Wendy Williams is how white supremacists talk about us. Okay? So that struck me as odd, that black people are the first to drag down black people. And where did they learn that from? Their masses. They want to be like the white supremacists, right? And they were like, oh, they hate Trump so much. But are there any? I never heard Donald Trump talk about black women the way that these black guys do. I'm just saying. I mean, Joe Biden talked about y'all this way. He talked about your cockroaches, and I've never seen a cockroach until I went to a black person's home. That's what your president, actually, I heard that he's not really the president, by the way. There's a lot of fake news out there, so y'all better check that, Donald Trump may still be your president. Anyway, it was sad. And okay, so there was an interview with Wendy where she disclosed that just in an interview it came out that she took him to her place. He agreed to go with her, but he's ashamed. So here's my problem with you black idiots. I hate name calling, but I do it because first of all, you are unable to enjoy yourselves. You cannot party without being intoxicated. You got to be so blasted out of your minds that you're going to take people home and then be regretful in the morning. Or in next morning you hate her. But when you were smoking blunts together in her jacuzzi and drinking and doing all your partying at Wendy's, you were happy. Your dick was probably hard. You probably banged her and it was okay. But the next day, you are sober, and then you're like, holy shit. Well, you know what? There are too many holy shits with black males. Too many of you are choosing and making your decisions only to later, be regretful. Why be regretful? How about you just stop doing drugs like you do? All of you are just drugs. And y'all think that's cute. It's not. Wait till your children start being just like you, because most likely they will. Except for those who just refuse to be like their parents, because some parents can be downright disgusting and embarrassing, and children say, ew, I don't want to be like you. Wait and see. But there was a time when I partied and went home with somebody, or people usually they would come to my home, and usually in a group, like a bunch of people hanging out. And we weren't having sex necessarily. We were just hanging out. People hang out. They used to, and they still do. It's your problem now is your drugs are a little even, you think they're better drugs, but they're more destructive drugs. Your brains are fried, your judgment is so impaired, and you just in the moment, in the throes of passion. Don't you wish you had a stand-in who could do that for you, and then you get to feel it? I don't know, because it seems like y'all are not even liking the people that you're having sex with. That's why so many of you have babies and you walk away from the baby mama and the baby. Many of you have children you just leave behind because all you care about is hitting it, and you don't want her to talk about you. You hear his Method Man pissed off because he's mad because Wendy exposed that his wife had cancer. Big fucking deal. If your wife has cancer, you know what's gonna happen? People are gonna be sympathetic. They're gonna be empathetic, right? They're gonna be sending wishes and healing thoughts to her to help her, and if she even knows better, she can change the way her lifestyle. If it involves you guys smoking and drinking and doing all your drugs, then get off that path. Follow the Sebi method. You can cure all of that. Yes, I said that because it's true. It's true. I mean, even my lupus maintained, controlled by my change of lifestyle. I stopped drinking alcohol. I stopped doing all the things that I did, consuming sugar and all the salt and all the things, processed foods with chemicals, all of those things you guys are still having. So she talked about your wife having cancer. How many of y'all have cancer? Cancer is like having the common cold these days. Big deal. You're so full of shit, all of you. And to be talking. So anyway, I looked at this video, right, of Wendy before she had all these stupid surgeries, right? And you're all calling her Wendell. Oh, F yourselves. Before those surgeries, Wendy was beautiful, okay? Beautiful. And you all are ashamed. Oh, you banged her. One of your buddies has a wife who looks like a pig. I'm not naming any names, but because she's light skinned, she gets a pass. So it's like every time you're downing a black woman, she is a black woman who is a little darker complected. Now, Wendy has got some years on her. When we age, black people, many of us, we get lighter and lighter and lighter, especially if we're living in areas where there are winters. We're not in the sunny climes, so we don't have the sun on us all the time, keeping us dark. And some people avoid the sun. When I first was diagnosed with lupus, one of the things I learned is the sun was very bad for me. I would get nasty rashes in the sun, and that would be from being exposed just 3 minutes in the sun. That's how the sun is today. It's not our regular sun. They've done some stuff to our sun. But anyway, since I healed from, following Sebi method, modified to my, to my lifestyle, I'm able to be in the sun. I'm doing gardening again. I'm gardening and I'm in the sun for hours and I'm perfectly fine. So, back to Wendy though. I just want to say to the black community, wherever you may be, that you are always saying nasty things. Oh, she's a man. She's a man. This one is every time you say somebody is a man, notice it's always a black woman that you're saying is a man. And when there are white women who are involved with black men who look like men, white women who look like men who are married to black males, your buddies, you never say she looked like a man. You never call her a man. It's always the black women you call men. So what is that? So I'm starting to wonder, maybe y'all have a thing for men, and maybe you all want Wendy to strap it on because she doesn't have a dick. You say she don't have an ass. She don't have a dick either. So stop calling her a man and stop saying black women are ugly. Because black women birthed you. Do you think you're ugly? Are you ugly? Method Man. I don't know what he looks like, honestly. I know when I see his picture, I'll remember, oh yeah, that's Method Man. Because I don't keep these people's images and names in my head because that's not my culture. That's not my thing. Guys who talk about women like that, I don't know guys like that. And if I know that, if I'm starting to talk to a black male and I have any inkling that he is of that caliber, I keep him at distance. Here's like my brothers, right? My brothers are not perfect, but my brothers will never be caught dead talking down on black women like most black males in North America have been doing of late. From the bitches and the hoes to there's a hatred. And to me, it's your internalized self-loathing that you are projecting onto us. Okay, I don't deal with you. I won't deal with you because y'all are evil. You're wicked. You're cold-hearted. You're so mean-spirited. You're so nasty to be safe. All you can every time. You know what you sound like? Just broken records. You keep repeating, "Oh, Wendell is a man. Wendell is a man." Well, maybe the reason she chose to go under the knife and have all these surgeries is because y'all have never been happy with her appearance, and she developed a complex. What is the Eve, not Eve, Lil Kim, and even now Azalea, is it Azalea Banks? All the darker complected black women just get shit and pissed on by black people in the US. Like they all think they're so beautiful. Meanwhile, here they all are with their painted faces that don't even look like them. So that's what the black males talking shit about our natural appearance has so many of you going and trying to look like white chicks and Asian chicks and Latinas, and because you hate yourself so much, and you're the last person to admit it though. You will not admit your self-loathing, but you reveal it by speaking ill of other black women. Wendy Williams is a gossip columnist or gossip whatever she does, broadcasting, a video show. She talks about celebrities. And if he's a celebrity and she banged him or he banged her, she's gonna talk about it sooner or later. So maybe there's a bunch of you she's had it with, and you all are just probably scared because you've been making fun of her when you've already put your dick in her at some point, because you put your dick in just about anything, don't you? Many of you are caught on the side of the road with a freaking transgender prostitute, transgender hoes, and you're not as ashamed as embarrassed as Wendy. Anyway, this video I saw of Wendy was so beautiful. She was really hot. That was before her stupid surgical procedures, and I think she had the surgeries because of you. So you have black women hating themselves, but the best black women can do is just get away from you, because your self-loathing that's internalized is being projected. And all of you black women having these sons, All of you black women having sons who hate black women, you ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Why? Because you are the reason why black males hate black women. Because you hate yourselves and you also project. Yeah, I know y'all don't like me. I don't give a rat's ass. Domina Della Pie, Mistress Sasha Storm, please like and subscribe. The message is clear. Black people, you must learn to love yourselves. Embrace yourselves. We are beautiful from our crown down to the tips of our toes. We know, they don't, and who cares about them and what they think? Within yourself, you must know who and what you are. I am beautiful. Yes, I am Mistress Sasha Storm. Thank you. Good day.